Hamza never believed in spirits. Not the way his grandmother did. She believed in things that stayed, things that followed, things that waited for the right moment to step back into your life. Hamza believed in leaving. That was the difference between them. The morning he left Jamaica, the air felt heavy, not hot, not humid, heavy, like something unseen was pressing down over everything, including him. His grandmother stood in the doorway watching him the way she always did when she thought he was making a mistake. "You clean yourself before you go?" she asked. "I took a shower," Hamza replied. She stepped closer and said, "You know what I mean." He did not answer, he just left. From the plane, he watched the island shrink until it became small enough to forget. That was the goal. Leave everything behind. The stories, the warnings, the feeling that some places don't let you go. His new apartment was clean, organized, predictable, safe. No whispers in the walls, no elders warning you about what not to do. Just silence. The first few nights he slept deeply. Nothing followed him, or at least nothing showed itself. It started in the bathroom. Small, quiet, easy to dismiss. Hamza stood at the sink, washing his hands. He looked up at the mirror, same face, same tired eyes, but something felt off. He tilted his head. The reflection didn't move. A second passed, then it followed. Slow, late, like it had to think about it first. His chest tightened. "I'm just tired," he whispered, and he walked out without looking back. That night, he left the bathroom light on. The next day felt normal, until it didn't. He stood in the kitchen, scrolling his phone, barely thinking. Then he felt it, not a sound, not movement, just something shifting behind him. He froze and listened. "It is nothing, just the building settling," he muttered. Then he heard a soft step right behind him. His body locked. He did not turn. Something told him not to. The room wasn't empty anymore. It was occupied. He checked every room, closet, hallway, bedroom, nothing. But the feeling didn't leave. It settled, like something had chosen its place. That night, he barely slept. At some point, his eyes opened. No sound woke him. No movement, just a feeling. The air had changed. He stayed still. He didn't turn. He didn't breathe too deep. Then he heard it. Something else was breathing in the room with him. Uneven, careful, learning. It was behind him, close, too close. His breathing began to match it. And that is when it hit him. Whatever was behind him had been there long enough to understand him. Morning didn't feel like relief. It felt like a pause. That afternoon, his phone rang. Grandma Hamza asked. "You did not cleanse," she replied sharply. There was no hello, no softness in her voice. "Something is here," Grandma Hamza whispered. "I told you," she replied. "What is it?" Hamza asked. "A Duppy," she answered. The words settled deep in his chest. "I did not bring anything back," Hamza said. "You did." She paused a moment. "From that ruined city you visited." The memory came back. The broken structure, far outside of town. The dare, the way he mocked the stories of his elders. "There is nothing here," he remembered saying at the ruins. Now something had answered that night. He stood in the center of his apartment, every light on. "I hear you," he said. The lights flickered, then died. Darkness filled the room, not empty, full, occupied. It was behind him again, closer. "I hear you," he whispered. A voice pressed against his ear, dry, worn. "You heard me before," the voice replied, his breath caught. "That wasn't me," Hamza replied. "I didn't call you Hamza," whispered. "You mocked me at the ruins," the voice replied. Something cold brushed his back. "You do not get to mock me and walk away," the voice said. The room shifted like reality itself lost its shape. He stepped forward. The distance didn't change. The door stayed far, flat, unreachable. "This isn't real," he whispered. "You cannot leave now," the voice said. Hamza ran towards his apartment door. But nothing moved. Everything stayed where it was, like a picture. He turned and saw it, the Duppy standing there. Its body was wrong, too long, too tilted, too unfinished, like it couldn't remember how to be human. "There's nothing for you here," Hamza said. It watched him. "You mocked," it whispered. "I am leaving," Hamza shouted. "You cannot leave," it replied. The space collapsed, the apartment faded, walls thinning into nothing. He reached for the door, his hand passed through it. Nothing there. The Duppy moved closer, no rush, no effort, just closer. "What do you want?" Hamza shouted. "You mocked," it replied. Its voice pressed into him. "You stay." It leaned forward and touched him. Not outside, inside. Cold spread through his chest. His breath stopped. Something else filled him. Something older. Everything went still. Morning came. Soft, normal. The apartment looked the same. The door stood where it should, the furniture untouched. Hamza sat on the couch, eyes open, not blinking. Hours passed. Night fell, still. Nothing moved. But if you looked closely, you would notice something small, something wrong in the reflection of the dark television screen. Hamza didn't move when he should. His reflection did, just a little too early. And behind that reflection, something stood, close, patient, learning. Because Hamza never left, and whatever he brought back with him wasn't done.